Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Tomorrow by Design podcast. We are back again with another two-parter where we are talking about green buildings. In this episode, the Tomorrow by Design crew will explain what green buildings are and try and simplify it in the best way we know how, and also start taking a look at some of the elements that make up green buildings. So, is this the birth of a new mini-series within the podcast? You let us know. Please have a listen, and if there's anything else within this topic that you'd like for us to cover, you can let us know, and we'll be sure to have it in future episodes. As always, enjoy, and let's get straight into it. See you guys in a bit. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Tomorrow by Design podcast. And welcome to this new episode. Asante sana for listening through. We've been seeing the numbers. Inatupea motisha tuendelee. Our consistency has been wanting, but thank you for pushing us to continue. So anyways, getting straight into it, my name is Ann Agesa. Yes, last time I know you had Leanne say that I was out. I thought I was ill, but no, I'm not ill. It turns out that it was just puberty. So now, trust me, yes, I'm also surprised. I'm also very surprised. But anyway, yes, Ann, aka Sorcerer Supreme, aka Canada's finest. But anyway, yes, karibuni. My name is Louis. We have other members of TPD as well. Did they introduce themselves?
I am here with Louis, aka Ann Agesa, and my name is Ann Agesa. Identity theft is not a joke. Yeah, we're back with another episode. Lovely to see the numbers. We are here to entertain you so that we can keep it up. Edutain you. Edutain as far as we can. Yeah. So, Sid, over to you.
My name is Sidney Jao. I am a mechanical engineer or prospective mechanical engineer, and I practice project management, particularly in mechanical, electrical, and plumbing works in buildings. I'm passionate about sustainability. I want to build a better world, and what other way than to do it together, right? Yeah. So let's get this show on the road.
All right. Hi, guys. You've heard from my colleagues. My name is Lian Munyori. Well, I don't know. Are people saying two names or just one?
The two are good.
Like Cher or Prince. So my name is Lian. I'm an environmental psychologist. And today, interestingly, we will be talking about the concept of green buildings. I know it doesn't sound like there's any connection, but, just listen, hear us out. So we will be talking about green buildings. So what are they? What are the elements of green buildings? What are the challenges? Actually, no, the benefits first before we get into the challenges of implementing green buildings as part of our built environment reality. So getting right into it, with the identity thieves out here. And then we can hear from Sid. In fact, Sid, let's start with you. What are green buildings?
I think green buildings are buildings that maintain the comfort of their occupants. They do their job. They ensure they promote their well-being, they promote their comfort. But at the same time, they are efficient in the way they use resources. They integrate well with their environment. They don't work against their environment. And they look good. Green buildings should look good because people we're sensual creatures. We like to see the world around us and take pleasure in what we see. So I believe green buildings are also beautiful. Yeah. So in terms of efficiency, right? So you should use, in terms of resources, I guess they use energy, water, materials. Right? Those are pretty much the stuff that comprises buildings.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else want to add on to?
So how well they utilize those resources? Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll add something. I think green buildings are
Not painted, just green.
no, definitely not. But there's the possibility. But how far do you really want to take it? It's more of buildings that are thoughtful of all their stakeholders.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders we are talking
The
about?
stakeholders in question are, I think green buildings are thoughtful of the people, the surroundings, the processes, the art, the future. They're just thoughtful all round, so that it feels like the stakeholders can sometimes be people that are here now, people that will be here in a while,
The present occupants
Yes.
of the buildings, the
future occupants or future purposes of the building. So when all people, all possible
investors
people,
as well.
yeah,
Because I think that sometimes when we talk about buildings or constructions, we are looking at just one group. So it could be the people who are investing the money,
yeah,
but not the tenants or the owners
Yeah.
or the landlords.
yeah,
Because you can be a landlord,
Mhm.
but you didn't construct.
yeah, yeah,
You can be a tenant, like the end user, and you'll probably keep looking for something else if it doesn't. As Sid had mentioned, if it doesn't meet your needs,
yeah.
you'll always be looking for something.
And then maybe one area we also neglect to look at is like, since we're thinking bigger picture, it's also like the county, the city.
Yeah, the larger context.
Yes, the larger context
Mm.
is also a stakeholder in thought, because little people.
Did you just
make the big one.
apropomorphize?
I Yes, so thoughtful of all these potential stakeholders and how it will affect them. That to me is a green building.
Right.
So, in simple terms, you could say that a green building is one that these are spaces which are created for the benefit of the environment. So instead of it being an addition, it's more of complementing the natural environment that's there. A building that also has the well-being, the health, the positive health and well-being aspects covered for whoever's going to be interacting with the building. Yeah. Essentially.
It's good that you brought that up because it segues us really well into what the elements of a building that takes into account the health and well-being of people and that also complements the environment in which it stands are. Or sits.
Okay. Oops. Contra, we just talked about this. The contra names.
Adjumacate.
So yes, the building can sit or the building can stand. It means the same thing but different.
Yes. Okay. So the elements.
So there's something that Sid had said that I think is already one very important element. The how efficient buildings use their resources. So he mentioned buildings that use energy, they use water. Is there anything else said?
The materials themselves.
Materials.
Yes, the materials.
So the cement,
Mm-hmm.
the concrete.
Mm-hmm. So that's one basic element, how efficient you are in using it.
Do people count as resources here as well? The people who work on the site.
Interesting question. Yeah. We're looking at,
Definitely.
We're looking at the building. We're going to drop a term.
Wholesome view.
Life cycle. It's all entire life. So, and that includes also construction. So yeah. That's an aspect that actually is not usually covered a lot. The human resources. Interesting, man. So resource efficiency is one. We also have buildings that look at something that's called indoor environmental quality. Indoor environmental quality, I think, a better place to answer. What to explain here?
Let's say the elements that put the space together, how they promote healthier living for, the people in it, healthier interactions. Is there, okay, if we talk about like physical elements, like let's say the paint that was put on, does it have any toxic components that will, affect your health later on because you spent so much time in the building and you didn't think about it? It's also how the space is arranged. Is it to encourage interaction or encourage, for example, an office space? The indoor environmental quality is both the quality of how much light and air is provided in the room and how it makes you efficient, but it is also the feeling that it gives you according to how everything is arranged, what is encouraged for you to do in this space.
It's basically like does how the space is put together, does it encourage the activity that is supposed to be going on there? So
Yes.
It's work, it's productivity, either in groups, so that's collaborative work, or alone during head time work. If it's a school, or what's this place called where people go to see doctors? Hospitals.
Wow. You looked for that one. Yes, there's a way. Yes.
Or
Even the paintings on the walls, there's specific colors they use. That the environmental quality goes in as it touches on physical elements, but it also touches on
the psychological elements.
Exactly.
Yeah, so how people are feeling, or what thought processes they go through in certain spaces.
So making that more efficient is also an aspect of making it green or sustainable.
All right. And
this is giving me some. If you've done a management course, like when they say management is an art and a science, I think also green building is also an art and a science. Like this is stuff that
I love that, Sydney. Wow.
Yeah, because even as we were talking about energy, we didn't get into that a lot, because I feel like that's where the bulk of the the conversation lies.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure we were talking about resources and how that might probably form the bulk of the conversation when it comes to green buildings. What types of resources, when you talk about energy efficiency, what elements are we looking at?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're looking first at want the interior environment of that building to be a condition that humans are comfortable in. So we have to maintain a certain temperature. We have to keep it at a certain humidity. We have to that kind of stuff. We have to cool it. You have to make sure that it stays at optimum levels, and that requires energy, right? Because spaces tend to disorder, right? So if it's hot inside, it's the cold, the heat is gonna get out, right? And you're going to have to use energy to keep the heat up. So that's one of the primary sources of energy. It's users of energy. It's air conditioning. Another one is our hot water. Water is a very tricky substance to heat up. It requires so much energy, and so some reports say about 20% of the energy we use in our buildings is as a result of the water. So I think those are the bulky ones. And lighting as well is very important. And then our appliances, especially now in this technologically advanced world, your dishwasher uses a surprising amount of power. Surprising one.
So there's so from what you're saying, what I'm getting is, okay, there's the appliances we use, that's one. So, and then the appliances, electronics, we have the washing machines, fridges, nini, that come usually after the building is complete. Then we have now the things that we have, we can say as professionals in the built environment have an influence of, is the fixtures. So from like the 20% of energy that used in a building, you said comes from
heating water,
right? So the instant shower we use,
that's even worse. That's much worse. That uses so much juice. It uses so much juice. And it's and it uses a lot of power to heat up that water because it doesn't heat up the water efficiently. It has to have a lot of power so that it heats the water instantly. So the instantness comes at a cost, right? And it comes at a cost to you, the homeowner, right? So you have to pay that for as many showers as you have for as long as you live in the building. With your house, that's 30 years. So 30 years times that extra power, it stacks up to a significant amount of money.
It does. And now the good thing now about when you start thinking about how to use that energy efficiently, now knowing that the effects it may have, the costs, even just hindering your comfort as a person living in that building. So there are different ways you can now how energy efficiency in a building may look like. So one thing that this may come from, especially during the design stage, is when you have the built environment professionals, the design and construction, architects and whatnot. So this concept they use, what is it called? Passive building design, or passive design. So before you even start thinking of how you can use like mechanical means to heat or cool your water, your living space, so things.
So mechanical here is things like ACs.
ACs, exactly. So before now, you even start thinking of including things that may add to our cost. Even just the basic thing of how you orient your buildings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The whole story of Nini Ukeka dirisha zote on the east-west axis.
East-west.
The same axis where the sun is rising and setting. So the space within that building might be a bit more hotter than in a building where the windows are on the north-south axis. So that may be beneficial depending on how you design it. May be beneficial for, remember coming across this, it may be beneficial for like living areas, for like the bedrooms, and the places where you basically relax. That could be, not sana, but sana I've heard about the bedrooms. That may be beneficial or may be the case, depending on preference. But now for a place where it's in an office, the last thing you want to do for you to be able to get things done is a space where it's too hot. Exactly. So taking into account things like that, the building orientation, what else is in passive design?
The envelope, the building envelope. So the walls, the roof, the area surrounding you, the stuff that's covering you from the environment. If it lets in too much heat, if it lets in too much heat, then that means you need to invest more power in cooling. If it lets too much heat out, that means you have to heat more. But if it's insulating, if it has a low U value, I think a low U value is good. If it has a low U value, it means that it conducts heat much slower, right? So you don't lose that much heat. You keep what you have. And that's not the only role of the envelope. It could also provide thermal mass, right? So if you have rocks, you heat the rocks with the sun when it's hot, and then that heat stays with the rocks because they cool slowly. So at night, when it gets colder, you're getting that heat back, right? And you're not using any energy, you're not expending any energy. It's just your envelope working for you. So I think that's another factor.
Kuna bongeza terms that you just dropped over there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think let's break down U value. U value is it's a material property. It's just a function of how fast does heat go from here to here. Ni kama conductivity.
Yes. Okay. Then so there is the passive side.
Yeah, I think also part of the passive side is remembering you can put things into your design like shading and how things like your exposure to the external environment, like how you expose your is there a green area that can be easy to access from even if it's inside with the windows. There's
like a visual access to the outside.
Yes, a visual access to the outside that also has your your well-being in check.
Kweli kabisa.
I'm not just seeing a brick wall that hasn't been finished completely. Just wondering, what prism did I just?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I think this is where, what is it called? The designing with plants.
Biophilia.
This is where now biophilia comes in when it comes to like maybe the building structure.
Yeah.
I guess you would have to factor. Am I wrong to think that?
No, you're not.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, you guys make plants.
Rating.
I love plants. Plants just make us taste much better.
Yes, I mean, and it's not just limited to plants. It's any colors or materials that are like reflective of nature.
Yes,
Even
water.
bamboo,
Yes.
water.
Seven
Yeah.
patterns,
Yeah, like for
textures.
exactly.
I didn't know that.
Sorry?
And I didn't know that biodiversity, that biophilia also includes the quasi nature stuff, the stuff that emulates nature. That's cool.
Yeah. So for example, having like
bricks.
Yes.
They're kind of like soil, red soil.
Yes, and it looks like the plants against it, just but at the same time designing ensuring that your building envelope incorporates something like a courtyard with water around it also helps you regulate the temperature as we were talking about, because apparently in a courtyard it's the water retains the heat, so when it's colder outside does it radiate? What is the word I'm looking for? Heat from the water is shared out in the house. Or when it's hotter, it absorbs, so the heat goes down and
the convection will carry.
Yes, the convection will carry. Thank you. Now I need to explain that better.
Yeah, so we were talking about biophilia and integrating that for health and well-being. We've covered passive design, that helps in regulating the cost that is attached to energy inefficiency. So how can we mitigate that? And we have also mentioned the more active practice. No, we did not actually. So let's get into it.